So, can you tell me who you are and what's your place in the universe?
I'm Dr. Sa'id Dנשמנד. I'm the practice director at the Fertility Center of Las Vegas, and I've been practicing there for 16 years. I completed my education in New York and also at UCLA. And for the last 16 years, we've been one of the top IVF centers in the country, and also we're one of the centers wherein we see a great deal of patients for surrogacy. So we have many gay intended parents who come to see us for surrogacy services.
You are an Iranian-born doctor helping Israeli gay men have children. It sounds like a beginning of a practical joke.
I view the world as just equal. I mean, I don't look at colors or countries or borders. I just want to be places where I'm needed. And I think where I'm needed is where intended gay parents want to have children and want to have families. So I think that Israel is one of those countries. And really it's an honor to be someplace where you feel like you're needed and you can help create families.
Have you been noticing a social change in regards to who the clients going for your fertility treatment and having children are?
I do think that there's a revolution that's happening right now, and I think that even for my own practice, but what I've seen in society as a whole, is that there are more and more now gay parents. And I think probably because of opportunities, probably because of social change, probably because of education in regards to gay parenting, in regards to the rights of gay men and women to have the same opportunities in terms of becoming parents. So I do think that we're sort of on the cusp and right in the middle of a revolution. And I think we're going to see in the coming years many, many more gay families.
I understand that technology is helping as well.
Yes.
In what way?
Well, technology is that, if you look at pregnancy rates, for example, and all the things that we can do now in regards to in vitro fertilization, the latest techniques, to be able to, for example, take the best quality egg, take the best quality sperm, and create embryos, and then test those embryos for genetic illnesses. Make sure that those embryos are healthy, looking at chromosomal abnormalities, and then transferring those embryos back into a surrogate to achieve a pregnancy, and making sure that the surrogate's uterus is receptive at the same time as when the embryo is ready to implant. So nowadays, we look at success rates of somewhere around 70 to 80%, whereas if you look at 15, 20 years ago, we were looking at IVF pregnancy rates of somewhere around 10 to 12%. So there's been an incredible change and progress in technology and in our ability to be able to deliver care and in our IVF success rates.
And I understand that you guarantee a child?
Well, we have something called an unlimited program. And what that means is that, with one fee, intended parents are able to go through the cycle and achieve a live birth, a healthy live birth. So until that is achieved, there's no further fees. So we have implemented that program because of our high success rates, because we feel very confident that we can achieve a pregnancy for our gay intended parents. And so yes, it's almost a guarantee to live birth.
And who are the donors? Who is going to be my genetic counterpart for this child?
So, we have a donor database that includes many, many donors. And typically what we do is we recruit donors from universities, from colleges. And these are donors that are typically between 21 and 29 years of age. They have to be healthy. They have to be free of any genetic illnesses. So there's some certain strict criteria that we apply for egg donors. But ultimately, we want them to be healthy, want them to have good, warm personalities, want them to be intelligent. We want them to know about the process, to be inquisitive about the process. And so these are typically the donors we're looking for. And then once we've found the donors, then what we do is we do a series of tests in order to make sure the donors are healthy. So this is genetic screening, this is screening of the eggs and the egg quality and the egg count. We do blood work, for infectious disease, to make sure that the donor is healthy and she's able to go through the process with success. The other thing we look at is psychological testing is really important. So we have a PhD psychologist that reviews sort of their psychological history and does a psychological exam on them to make sure they're psychologically healthy before they go through the cycle.
Can I meet my donor?
Yes, you can meet your donor. The majority of donors in the United States are anonymous donors, but a certain percentage of them are willing to be known donors. Now, in the case of anonymous donors, you know a great deal about your egg donor. For example, you know her background, her history. We provide photos for you, childhood photos, adult photos. You know about their medical history, the testing that we do, psychological screening. So you know a great deal about your egg donor. The only thing that we don't have you do is to meet them or know their actually full name. However, there are a small percentage of donors that are willing to be known and are willing to meet you and also willing to meet the children in the future. So that is also available to us as well.
So how many times do I have to be in the clinic?
Right. So typically you only need to have to come to the clinic once. And we have you come in once for the sperm collection and then also for something called FDA testing, which is just blood work for infectious disease. And that's the only time you need to be at the clinic. The next time you come into you're going to come to the United States is when when the baby's being born. So that's the time when you come in to meet your children. And really, so it's only one visit.
Can you tell me a bit about your family?
Well, I have a daughter, my middle daughter, who's 11 years old, is the Nevada State piano champion. So she's very talented at the piano, and I think I'm very proud of her. When she plays the piano, the way she plays, it makes me cry. So I think I get very emotional when she plays because she just plays with so much heart and so much emotion. Academically, they're doing great in school. My eldest daughter plays volleyball. She's very talented, and so it's the joy of just parenting is it's wonderful. You know, it's an adventure, it's a journey, and you learn about yourself as much as you learn about them. So to me, it's been just a wonderful adventure so far, and of course, I look forward to years and years ahead as they grow older. And one day, hopefully, I'll become a grandfather as well, see their children.
So you were born in Iran?
Right. So I was born in Iran, and I was raised there until I was about 14 years of age. And then fairly soon after the revolution, we left. And we went to England for a few years, lived there. And then from there, went to the United States. And then I did most of my training, undergraduate training and medical training in obstetrics and gynecology and in fertility at UCLA. So it's incredible, but yes, I'm in Israel. I'm helping gay intended parents have a family, and I think it's a great honor, frankly, to be here.
And you have a very Jewish partner.
Yes. Dr. Bruce Shapiro is my partner, and in fact, it's interesting because the majority of my friends are Jewish. My partner is Jewish, and I have a great affinity actually for Israel and to come here and help intended parents here have their children. So it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure, and love being here in Tel Aviv. And last time I was here, I visited Jerusalem and Haifa and went to the Dead Sea, and it was wonderful. It was very magical.